2022 edition of the World Confectionery Conference, we headed to Brussels in Belgium for what proved to be an exceptionally memorable day. The country's capital has plenty of close associations with the confectionery sector, which made it the perfect location for our event. And indeed, these links go back hundreds of years, and most notably with the connection with the praline, which was invented by Jean Neuhaus in 1912, and from there the industry has gone from strength to strength. Indeed, this was reflected by the broad range of visitors to our show early this month, which drew people from around the world from across all elements of our industries, from equipment and systems to ingredients and finished products, which made for a very eclectic and enjoyable event for all. In terms of our programme, this was kicked off by Aldo Cristiano, the president of Calbisco, the European Chocolate, Confectionery and Biscuits Trade Association, and his presentation addressed the importance of those SME, small and medium-sized enterprises that carry the weight of the confectionery and snacks industries, which have shown significant resilience despite the wide range of challenges before them, including energy crisis and wider supply chain matters, which are causing notable headwinds for the wider industry. Aldo also mentioned a key issue of due diligence legislation, which is coming forward in the cocoa sector, which is being applied by the EU at present, which he believed would have a very positive impact. During the morning, we also had a number of other highlights, including a presentation from Kerry on its latest pea protein based application for the vegan sector, as well as hearing from Tony's Chocolonely, the ethical chocolate group, which is continuing its mission for a slave-free industry, which is hoping that will be joined by other businesses in its mission, honing in on greater farmer payment and also tackling the issue of child labour in the industry, which sadly remains notably prevalent across the industry despite the best efforts of major businesses and civil society working with governments to try and better the situation, which indeed was a theme that we returned to later in the day for our special Q&A session. In addition, during the morning we had a number of extra sessions, including Kruger and Salika, the equipment group, looking at some of their latest developments, which was particularly enlightening. Then following them we had Mertha Debucula of Innova Market Insights addressing some of the major confectionery ingredients developments over the past year. From there, we turned our attention again to the equipment market with a presentation from Wim Krukemeyer of Karma, who offered some excellent insights into how the group is approaching maintenance of its equipment, looking at how technology can be applied, such as augmented reality, into maintaining its machinery at peak performance. Following on from that, we heard from Baker Perkins from the UK about some of its machinery ranges, including its depositors, with the session being rounded off by WRH Industries talking about its latest container handling systems. For our afternoon sessions, we heard from Francesco Tramontin of Ferrero speaking about how the business is committed to its consumers and responsible production. Similarly, Colombia's Luca Chocolate also spoke of the need to be fully engaged with consumers in terms of sustainable production methods. There were also plenty of other highlights in the afternoon, including a presentation from Fairtrade on its engagement within West Africa. And we also heard from Andreas Bertram of the ZDS German Confectionery School. Following swiftly on from this was Lynn Pitt, the Managing Director of DT&G Limited from the UK, explaining how her business has been resilient despite challenging times. Then it was on to our wide-ranging Q&A session, and this covered everything from cocoa supply chains through to how equipment can be ever more sustainable for the 21st century. Last but by no means least was our final session from FMCG gurus, looking at major confectionery trends that have been happening during 2022. Adrian Ling of Plamore reflects on the day.
Well, it was absolutely wonderful to get out of the Zoom and the Teams meetings and be in the real world, meeting real people, of which you can never judge who you're going to meet in the real world, and it was wonderful to meet quite a lot of different people we would never have met previously, and that actually we gain a lot from meeting people randomly, and the social part and the element of coming together in one place was really good. You would not get that if you were meeting people in a social environment and in this digital world where we're all collated into things that we find interesting. It was actually good to meet people associated with the industry, which we wouldn't normally directly be communicating with, and yet we found people that have common interests, common knowledge, and we can work with, which was very surprising. So that was really good to meet all these different people, quite an eclectic kind of people that all come together. And it's really appreciated, and why we thoroughly enjoy the day.
So tell us, how did you feel about winning the Team of the Year award?
Well, it was a big surprise, really, and yeah, and I was very proud, you know, to take it on really on behalf of the team, and you know, because as a team award, it's great that I've been able to push that forward, and really, it's been appreciated that what we do here as individuals, and we all come together and we all see a common goal, and so we've been able to move forward as a business together, and it has not necessarily been an absolute deliberate sort of team building. It has been everybody individually coming together and having a common goal, and it's wonderful to be recognised for that.
It wasn't just about awards, there was plenty of focus on sustainability throughout the day.
It's great, we're here at the first coffee break this morning already, had some great content. It's just so nice to get the industry back together, to talk about those challenging issues that we all face, to learn about new innovations, new technologies, and just to have those important conversations that we need to have if we're going to make the changes the industry needs to move forward.
Great to see you here, John from Fair Trade. How important is it that we address those key issues in the supply chain that you're very passionate about?
It's incredibly important, really. We've got a great conference here with a wide spectrum of actors gathered together, and what I'm hearing in the conference already is the recognition that farmers and their families are in crisis, and we have to address that crisis if we want a fair and sustainable chocolate supply chain.
So, all in all, the day was a great success from every aspect, so thank you to everybody who was involved this year in helping make it the memorable day that it was. Here's hoping we'll see you all again next year.